해방. This is both an experiment as well as a toy. These crazy magnets, you will require a few magnets, an old pen, a wooden stand, and some other odd material. First, take an old pen and towards the pointed side, you put a piece of rubber to make the pen slightly heavier and stick a strong magnet at the bottom. You can see the steel shiny magnet. Then put the cap of the pen. You can see that there is a magnet below. It's a strong neodymium magnet. Tie a thread loop to the end of the cap. You can hang the pen by this thread loop from a wooden frame so that the whole pen can oscillate or swivel. Now on the base are kept 4 magnets on a steel plate so that the magnets repel the magnet on the pen. After you release the pen, you would find that the pen moves in a very funny kind of a manner, as if it was drunk. It's like fuzzy logic. Sometimes it's attracted by some magnets, it's repelled by the others, so it takes a very crazy path, hence the name crazy magnets. Now instead of hanging the pen and swinging it, you can have a man ride on a swing. Now this is very, very nice. Hang the man by a thread. Notice the black magnet on the base which repels the magnets on the steel plate. As the man swings, the lower magnets repel the man and it wanders crazily, sometimes to the left, sometimes to the right, and at a particular stage it starts to go round and round. The man hanging by the swing swings crazily, and hence it is not just a science experiment, it becomes a very intriguing and interesting toy.
This experiment is about the effect of a strong magnet on aluminium. Make a wooden stand about 18 inches tall. Place a nail on the top to hang a thread. Stick a strong neodymium magnet to a steel washer attached to a string. Bring the magnet close to an aluminium plate. The magnet doesn't stick, it falls. Now hang the magnet with the washer from the hook. Take the magnet to one side. Now release it. The magnet keeps oscillating freely for a long time. Now take an aluminium plate and place it below the magnet. Once again release the magnet. This time the magnet stops quickly. The eddy currents produced in the plate applies a brake on the magnet. Now, if you remove the plate, the magnet oscillates freely. When you put one aluminium plate below it, the magnet stops very fast. Now, if you put a second aluminium plate below the magnet and release it, the magnet comes to a stop even faster. This is because the air gap is reduced.
In this fun experiment, you can levitate a TT ball in air. For this, you will require a fat straw and a ping pong ball. First, take the fat straw and punch a hole in it and then tape the end and the bottom end. So there will be just one hole. Now blow through it. The stream of air will come out and keep the ball hanging in the air. The stream of air comes out and cups the ball, and the ball keeps floating. It's a great fun experiment. You can also do this with a bent straw. Keep constantly blowing and the ping pong ball will just levitate, will hang in the air.
So this is Andrew LeCashman, and I'm here with Simon Quillen-Field, and we are going to do a science experiment that's called
Color blossoms.
Color Blossoms. So get ready.
Okay. First thing we're going to do is put a few drops of various food colorings into a bowl of milk. And a little green. And we have some funny colors.
Magenta.
And pink. And fluorescent yellow. Okay. Now, we're going to take a drop or two of detergent.
That's pretty cool.
Well, watch it. It keeps moving. It's not just the impact of the drop. It's actually doing chemical reactions in there. Turns out that milk is an emulsion of butterfat in water. And the butterfat drops have a surfactant on them that keeps them as little drops. When we add the detergent, it actually allows those to coalesce. And as they coalesce, they cause the colors to disperse throughout the medium. And there we are.
Look at that.
This is a delightful experiment which demonstrates that you can lift water by suction. You need a glass jam jar, a dropper, a candle. Now this is the jam jar with a tight fitting lid. This is a dropper with a long stem and a nozzle on the other end. Remove the glass bulb. Make a hole in the bottle lid and press fit the dropper and apply rubber adhesive both from the top and the bottom to seal the joint. Wait for a little while for the glue to dry and then place the lid on a glass full of colored water with the dropper dipping in the colored water. Light the candle and now hold the lid with one hand and screw on the glass jar. Soon the oxygen would be consumed and a fountain will come in. You can see this fountain rise up and this raises the water level in the top jar. See this action once again. Screw on the glass jar on the candle. Soon the oxygen would be consumed and there would be a partial vacuum which will lift the water from below. You can see the fountain throwing water up and slowly the water in the glass jar rises. एक पुराने कोको कोला के एल्युमिनियम कैन से आप एक बेहद रोचक प्रयोग कर सकते हैं। साथ में आपको कैंची और एक भारी बॉल बेयरिंग चाहिए। अब ये आप कैंची लेकर के कोको कोला के एल्युमिनियम कैन को दो भाग में काट दीजिए। एल्युमिनियम बहुत मुलायम होता है तो ये डब्बा आसानी से कट जाएगा। इसमें देखिए दो भाग हो गए। ऊपर के भाग में छेद है, इसकी हमको ज़रूरत नहीं है। हम निचले वाले भाग का इस्तेमाल करेंगे। आप इस निचले वाले हिस्से को एक कोण के ऊपर टिका करके रखने की कोशिश कीजिए। ये टिकेगा नहीं, ये हमेशा फिर सीधा हो जाएगा। अब आप जो भारी बॉल बेयरिंग है इसको इस डब्बे के अंदर डाल दीजिए और उसके बाद आप फिर इसे एक कोण के ऊपर टिकाइए। इस बार ये डब्बा बिल्कुल मज़े में कोण पर टिका रहेगा। आप अगर इसको थोड़ा सा हिलाएंगे डुलाएंगे भी तो इधर उधर मंडलाने के बाद में ये दोबारा अपनी पुरानी स्थिति के ऊपर वापस आ जाएगा। इसकी यही खूबी है, क्योंकि इसका गुरुत्व का केंद्र एकदम नीचे है तो ये बार बार अपनी पुरानी स्थिति पर वापस आ जाएगा। Well, the egg in a bottle is a very, very interesting experiment. You need a plastic bottle of fresh egg tape and some salt. Cut the bottle about 10 centimeters from its upper lid. Fill it half with fresh water. And then you float a raw egg. You will find that the egg, being slightly heavier, sinks to the bottom. And now you keep adding salt to the water and keep stirring it. Add just enough water so that the egg begins to float. Now the water will have the same density as that of the egg. If you push the egg slightly inside, it will pop up. Now tape the bottle and then throw the bottle from a height of about 6 feet. What do you expect? The egg does not break. It is something like a child in a mother's belly. It has the same concentration. So the sac floats very safely. Now repeat the same experiment with fresh water. Put the raw egg and the raw egg will sink this time. Again tape the bottle and once again throw it from a height of 6 feet. This time you will find that the egg crushes because the density of the egg and the fluid is different.